Good morning and good afternoon from the UK. It is the 26th of June 2023 and this is my trade plan for today. Firstly, if I look like I'm about to have a heart attack, you're not far off it because I'm camping tonight and I'm camping tomorrow night and I'm setting up my camp tonight with the scouts, so I've been lugging really heavy tents around and I feel like my heart's about to burst through my mouth at the moment. So if I have to take a break to breathe, then I apologise. But anyway, looking at the charts, I'm currently on the SPY 1 hour chart, and just zooming out a little bit, we can see that the trend line I drew a few weeks ago, going back May the 24th to 1st of June, that's broken now. It broke 2 days ago. It kind of tried to hold it on Tuesday, and Wednesday it broke through, and yesterday we saw the retest of this trend line. Obviously the trend line is quite subjective, depends on how you want to play it. I originally had it here, that's my original trend line, and then I changed it then to this pivot because the bottom two of the trend line still match up, so you still see the trend from the bottom pivot, second pivot, and this area is a bit of a subjective, down to your own subjectivity. Anyway, wherever you put your trend line, it's definitely broken it on the 60-minute. And looking at the daily, you can see a bit clearer on the daily. It's broken on the daily as well. So with that in mind, we are now in a bit of a downtrend. So I've got some areas I'm watching. So a major area on the daily on SPY will be probably this area here, which is 429 to 430, so 430 really. So that's going to be a major bounce area, I think. So it's off of this area consolidation where it consolidated for a week before it made the decision to break out. And so I think if it comes back down to this area, then that will be a full size long position for me. Again, I'll do the layering approach where I'll get in with a smaller position to start off with, followed by another smaller position, and then I'll watch the volume and for further confirmation to keep adding to get a full position. So looking at the hourly on SPY, so that's the trend line broken. Got this big head and shoulders pattern. Let's get my pen open. Look at this for a nice big head and shoulders pattern. So maybe we're seeing the right hand shoulder playing out right now for a downward move. But we have got this neckline, we're right on the neckline right now. Well, technically we've gone through the neckline, because we could say the neckline is here. But we've also got this area of support here, so, and obviously it's not a line in the sand, it's a area, it's a zone. So the neckline could be anywhere around this area. So going back to my plan for today, we're probably going to see a bounce. We've got the 200 round here as well, so I'm probably watching for a bounce. I originally had this area at 433.60, but it's too close to the market right now, and if I do take it, it will be looking for confirmation only, and it will be a scalp, maybe a quarter of a position, maybe half a position. However, if we can break over the neckline, which I just highlighted a few minutes ago, this area here, my drawing skills not great, this area here is what I'm really watching for. If we can break that neckline, maybe I might look for a break and retest. So it comes up, we see the candles coming up slowly, breaks through, comes back down, then I'll look for an entry for a long position back up to this area. If we do get to this area, then this will be my rejection area, and I'll be going in easy with a half position size, and I'll be layering in one contract there, or quarter of a size, another quarter of a size up here. This area I've drawn is like a key area, it's like where all the candles are intercepted, so more of a area of convolution or convergence of candles. So this will be my full position coming back out. So that's my plan really. I'm watching for 433 for a scalp. If it breaks through, I might even look. One thing I did say is if it does get through this area and pulls back, that's big. If it does get through this area and comes back on itself for a retest, then I may look for a short back down. But we're right in this area of demand, and it might be hard to short because we could see a few bounces. So again, it might be another scalp. I think that's it for the SPY. So 433.60 for a bounce. It would be a scalp bounce. 437.25 for a rejection. That would be a full size rejection as well, because it's the top half of the shoulder, right hand shoulder. And then further, if we do see further selling off, then 429.80 to 430 will be a bounce area I'll be watching for as well. So this area around here. Okay, so moving on to MES. Similar to SPY, the chart's almost identical. So we've got this head and shoulders pattern formed. So this head and shoulders pattern, not quite as defined, but it's a small one. And we've got similar levels I'm watching as well. So I'm on the hourly chart for the MES. I've got this area marked up over here. This is going to be a full size rejection area. So I'll be layering in, so I'll be going in for a quarter there, maybe half up here, because that's an area of interest as well, and then another quarter coming back out. So what I'd like to see is for the market just to rally up, maybe sit around here for a rejection, watching the volume. So I want to see volume increasing on this move up, and then as we're sitting in this area, I want to see the volume coming back down. And then we'll be watching for a rejection candle, and then that would be a low, that would be a above average volume candle, and followed by increasing volume on the breakdown. So I want to see volume increasing as we break back down. So that's kind of what I'm watching for. If we see it consolidating either down here, see the candles all consolidating, and we want to watch for volume for a breakdown. So obviously we're on the downtrend at the moment, so biasing towards a downtrend. And for volume, what I will be looking for will be very low volume, and then as we get nearer to the end of this consolidation, the volume will increase, and that will then give us an idea whether it's going to break down that way or it's going to pull back up that way. If we don't see a rejection candle, we might just see a breakdown, and so we may just be looking for additional high volume. If we see a fake out, so for example it's consolidating and like it's been doing for a bit, and we see a candle break down a bit like this one here, and it's on low volume, so we've got volume, and then we have this candle come down and it's on low volume, that's going to be a fake out, and it's most likely going to reverse back up. So I'm watching the volume. Yeah, so watching the volume is going to be key for this area. And my levels on MES, it's going to be 44.40 for rejection, and that's a full size rejection. And I'm really looking for this area here, 43.66 for a bounce. And you can see, well, I've got this area saying we've got an area of resistance, and we've yet to confirm it as support. So I probably expect it to come back down and bounce off of that area. I think that's it. Let me just zoom out, see if there's anything else I've missed. No, that's it. There's not really many levels, just those two main levels. I will be watching for maybe a scalp as well on the open, and the scalp will be maybe a pull back up to this area for rejection back down, or maybe a bounce back up. I'll be watching volume. Okay, so have a good day trading, and I will speak to some of you later. Take care.